So you've made it this far, it's time to put in basically the order in which you play these. Okay, so let's get started on that. So I'm just going to do a sort of a playthrough, and I'll talk you through what I'm doing. First we do the first section, and this is played through 4 times, as I've said already. Okay, so that's the first section. You then move down to the second section. And that's the second section we just learned. We then go down to the third section. This is just a quick re-edit, as you can probably see the lighting's changed a bit. I've done this a bit later as I forgot to tell you when I did it originally how to do the how to sync up the third section, which is what we're going to do now. Okay, so the first thing you want to play is the chord on the left hand, which in this case is the A octave, and then you want to play the notes on the right hand. When you press down the note B on the right hand, move up to the next chord on the left hand, which is the A, E. So you do the same thing, and then you do that on the right hand, and then when you get to the B, you press the G, D chord. Okay, so now to make the timing a bit more simple, I'm going to refer to the left hand as left and the right hand as right. Left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, at the same time, left and right, 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 right. And as you go up, when you have the octaves in the right hand, the timing stays the same. When you go up to the higher notes on the right hand, it stays the same. So it's exactly the same. So that's the timing done on the third section. When you get back to the second section, which is the bit we're doing now, you only have to play it through twice, so like this. Okay, so that's when you get to the second section, when you get to the first section the second time, that's how you play it. You then move back to the second section. Yay! Second section, as you know. When you start doing the second section each time, I like to add a little bit on which helps build up to the more dramatic. The more dramatic version of that. So I do things like when you do before you go to the F, hit the bottom F note on your F chord on your left hand. So that goes See, I did that. And when you go to play the next part, when you're waiting, when you're building up to between the second section and the third section, you might want to bridge it slightly. So what I like to do when I play the second section the second time through, I like to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you press the bottom G note, not the very bottom, but this bottom G note. You press that 8 times. And you just play that as normal. So what we've gone through so far is the first section, the second section, the third section. You then go back to the first section and then the second section again, adding little bits on if you want to, just to build it up. you then go to the third section again. After you've done that, you go to the fourth section, you then go back to the second section, you then go to the third section, and then you go back to the fourth section. Then I'll keep running through that. So after you've done the third section, you then go to the fourth section, which is the first time you play it in the piece. And then you go back to the second section, and this is the same as the second time you play it. This is the same as the second time you play the second section, except when you go down to play, you go, okay? Instead of playing 8 notes of G, you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you play these notes to replace 2 notes of that 8. So you can play 6 of these notes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you go to this. So after playing the second section for the third time, you then go to the third section for the last time, which is the third time. This is very slightly different to the first couple of times you played it, which is really just alterations to the left hand. The right hand stays the same. We'll talk through now what those changes are on the left hand. This is a change you don't actually see on the original video, because this is something reasonably new which I've just added in. When you play each note with the left hand, on the first 2 times you're just playing the note once, the chord once. So basically the changes are that you play the notes in the left hand slightly more times. In this section you're playing I'll teach you the timings just now. First you play the chord on the left hand, and then you play the note on the right hand, then you play the chord on the left hand again, and then you play the note on the right hand. Okay, so you do that for all notes except for when you get to this bit, so I'll just play that through until you get to the different part. Okay, then when you get to this part, you play, so you keep repeatedly playing the G and the D chord with each note on this hand. 1, 2, 3. So, and that is what you do for the third section for the third time and the last time. You do the same thing. It carries on the same style with the left hand as you go higher up with the right hand. So the right hand stays the same, it's just the left hand that changes. So, cool. We are almost done, we just need to do this last bit and then we'll be finished. So let's have a look. Okay, so this is the last bit of the piece. Okay, so this is very similar to the other time you did it, but a few changes with sort of the arrangement. So you play the first bit as normal. Okay, so that's the same as the first time. Instead of going back and playing the same thing again, you play the beat you've just played. And again. And then you do the same thing, but instead of going down, so that's C, E, C, F, G, and the chords stay the same in the left hand. A chord, C chord, A chord, F chord, and you hold that down. So once you've done that, you are done. That is everything you need to know about this piece. In fact, that's everything you can know about this piece. I haven't changed anything other than what you've just learned. This is my first tutorial, so hopefully you did find it useful. If you do learn how to play it and this was a help to you, please let me know. So tell me in the comments or send me a personal message or whatever. Oh, and one more thing. If you did learn how to play this piece thanks to my tutorial, please leave a video response. I'd love to hear you play the piece I arranged. So thanks for watching. This has been General Variety, and please rate, comment, subscribe, whatever. And I will see you in the next one.